Welcome on this tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to discuss about the oxygen analyzer. There are different types of oxygen analyzer like zirconia type, paramagnetic type, optical type, electromagnetic type. In this tutorial we will discuss about the zirconia type oxygen analyzer. The zirconia oxygen analyzer is suitable for measurement of ppm to percentage level of oxygen in a gas or mixture of gases. The zirconia cell is an electrochemical galvanic cell employing a high temperature ceramic sensor containing stabilized zirconium oxide. Within an instrument, the zirconia cell is mounted in a temperature controlled furnace with the necessary electronics to process the signal from the detection cell. Normally, outputs in terms of oxygen concentration over the range of 0.01 ppm to 100% are displayed directly on the digital display. Theory of zirconia oxygen analyzer. Zirconia is one of the few compounds that actually became conductive at high temperature and become more conductive while its temperature increases. If temperature increases, then the conductivity of the zirconium oxide increases. At room temperature, zirconia normally have very high resistance greater than 1 trillion ohms per centimeter. When it is heated at around 1000 degrees Celsius, its resistance decreases to less than 1000 ohm per centimeter and become a very good conductor. When temperature increases, the resistance of zirconia decreases and the conductivity increases. The zirconia cell is made with zirconia oxide. So this is zirconia element, zirconia oxide, and it is normally having high temperature to increase its conductivity. Either side of the cell have solid electrode. This white color, this is one electrode, this is another electrode. Electrode is made with electrically conducting and chemically inert material like platinum, and normally the platinum is perforated. So this is one electrode, this is another electrode, and in between this is the zirconia cell, zirconia material. At high temperature, electrolyte conducts electricity by means of flow of oxygen ion, and a potential difference across the cell will be created as per the Nernst equation. E is equal to RT by 4F log E P1 by P2, where E is the developed potential across the zirconia element, R is the gas constant 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin, T is the absolute temperature in Kelvin, F is the Faraday constant 96484 coulombs per mole, and P1 and P2 are the partial pressure of the oxygen on either side of the zirconia cell. I am coming what is the definition of partial pressure. When there is a change of partial pressure, say here the partial pressure is higher and here the partial pressure is lower, then electricity will flow from one side to another side, and this flow of electricity is due to the production of oxygen ion. So there will always a flow of oxygen ion because of the presence of difference of partial pressure in both sides. Now what is partial pressure? Partial pressure of the gas is equal to the molar concentration of the component in a gas mixture times the total pressure of the gas mixture. So PO2, this is the partial pressure, which is the product of two terms. One is concentration of that element, here it is oxygen, and P2 is the total pressure. So partial pressure of oxygen is equal to concentration of oxygen multiplied by total pressure. Now if we consider the one example, then we may calculate the partial pressure of oxygen. Say P2 is 1 atmosphere, normal atmospheric pressure, and the concentration of oxygen in normal air is 20.9%, because in this case one side of this zirconia cell the normal air is used and another side is the sample gas whose oxygen concentration is to be measured. So value of CO2 means the concentration of oxygen is 20.9 and P2 is 1. Putting the value here, I will get the partial pressure of oxygen, which is 0.209 atm. The electrodes are normally porous platinum and molecular oxygen is ionized at this electrode. When the oxygen molecule or atom attached with this electrode, at that point some chemical reaction will occur, and due to that chemical change the oxygen atom normally converted to oxygen ions. The platinum electrodes on each side of the cell, this one platinum, this another platinum electrode. The platinum electrodes on each side of the cell provides a catalytic surface for the change of oxygen molecules, and the change is from oxygen atom to oxygen ion and next oxygen ions to oxygen molecule. Oxygen molecule on high concentration reference gas side of the cell gains electron. Say this is the high concentration side, say reference gas side, and this is high concentration. So in this side the cell gains electrons, means the oxygen atoms gains the electrons to become the ions which enters the electrolyte. So at this position oxygen gains the electron. After gaining the electron it converts the ionic form, and the oxygen ion will pass from, say according to this figure, upper surface to lower surface. From top to bottom there will be a flow of oxygen ion. At the other electrode oxygen ions lose electrons and are released from the surface of the electrode as oxygen molecules. Here that oxygen ion will lose the electron and it will again convert to oxygen molecules. So here electron is gaining by the oxygen molecule, converted to oxygen ion. When it will come to this electrode, it will release the electron and ultimately again converts into the oxygen molecule. So from here to here there will be a continuous flow of oxygen ion. Now the intensity of this oxygen ion flow gives the value of the potential output. This is the potential output. This potential output will be increased if the flow of oxygen ion is increased. Now this output potential is related with the oxygen ion flow, and this oxygen ion flow is related with the oxygen concentration, means difference of oxygen concentration between those two parts, difference of concentration in both sides, this side and this side, which is related to the partial pressure. This concentration is again related with the partial pressure of oxygen, and here also the concentration is related with the partial pressure of oxygen. So if there is a difference of concentration, there will be a difference of partial pressure at this side and at this side. Because of the presence of this difference partial pressure, some oxygen ion will flow from one side to another side, and this ion flow will ultimately create the potential difference between these two electrodes. So ultimate this potential difference created between these two electrodes is the measurement of the concentration of unknown sample. Already we have seen this is the Nernst equation. Now if we put the value of R and F, then the Nernst equation might be like this: E is equal to 0.0496 T log 10. If we put the value of R and F, then the Nernst equation is simplified as 0.0496 T log 10. This is partial pressure of oxygen in sample. This is partial pressure of oxygen in reference gas. Now normally for analysis of oxygen, normal air is used as the reference. So partial pressure of oxygen in air is 0.209, and at the time of analysis the temperature is normally kept at 923 Kelvin, that is equivalent to 650 degrees centigrade. So if we put the value T with 923 and partial pressure of oxygen with 0.209, then this Nernst equation will be again simplified as E is equal to 45.78 log partial pressure of oxygen into the sample divided by 0.209. So this is the equation, simplified equation. Here there are two variables. One is the developed potential and the other one is partial pressure of oxygen in sample. So as per the value of the partial pressure of the sample, the value of this potential will vary. So this potential is the indication of partial pressure of oxygen into the sample, and the partial pressure of oxygen is ultimately indication of the concentration of oxygen into the sample. Again I am repeating, the developed potential due to the presence of sample, and this developed potential is the indication of partial pressure of oxygen into the sample, and this partial pressure of oxygen is the indication of the concentration of the oxygen into the sample. So ultimately from the developed potential or output potential, this is the output potential from the analyzer. From this generated potential E, and with the help of the whole equation, zirconia analyzer calculate partial pressure, and ultimately oxygen concentration of unknown sample is calculated, or unknown sample can be found. So this is the graph of input and output. If the oxygen concentration is like this, then the developed potential is like this. From the developed potential with respect to the oxygen concentration, this is the ultimate curve, and from this curve it can easily be calculated what is the oxygen concentration into the sample. So this is the basic theory behind the zirconia oxygen analyzer. Now this is the construction and operation of zirconia cell. This is the cell, colored portion, this is the zirconia element. This is the top electrode, this is the bottom electrode. This is one side gaseous material, this is another side gaseous material. Say this is high concentration side and this is low concentration side. From this high concentration side to low concentration side, there will be a continuous flow of oxygen ion. Because of the presence of this oxygen ion, potential difference will be developed between these two electrodes, and that difference of potential developed, difference of potential is the indication of the concentration of unknown oxygen. This is the cell, same but a better view. This red color is the zirconium oxide, zirconia material. Top side, this is the one electrode and this is another electrode. This is the heating element because a high heat is required to make the zirconia material conductive. This is one side gas, this is another side gas. Say this is the reference gas and this is the process gas. Now there will be a continuous flow of oxygen ion, and because of the presence of this oxygen ion, a potential will be developed across these two electrodes, and this potential is the ultimate indication of the oxygen concentration of the unknown sample. So this is the zirconia cell. For this zirconia cell, a particular temperature is always maintained by this heating element. So this is the construction and operation of zirconia cell, and how the zirconia cell is used for the measurement of oxygen concentration into the sample. In next tutorial, I will discuss about the paramagnetic type oxygen analyzer. Go to the description for getting the links of supporting tutorial.